The NBA season tips off tonight, and that means it's time for my speech that I give you at the outset of every season, no matter the sport, and I've been doing so for the last 15 years. Guys, the start of the season, specifically the first 3 or 4 weeks, it is the only time that we have the advantage over the odds makers, because coming out of meaningless preseason exhibition games, they have absolutely no better or firm grasp on what to expect from these teams than you or I. So consequently, the lines are not sharp. That means we can find mistakes, we can find errors, and we can capitalize. Now, mark my word, these guys aren't dummies. Never underestimate the odds makers. They will catch up. And they will catch up quickly. And they will catch up quicker in the NBA than in college basketball because of the sheer number of games that you have in the first 3 weeks. So 3-4 weeks from now, those lines are going to start getting razor sharp. But now it's the time to make money. And that's why, guys, tonight I am coming out of the chute with another top-rated 15-dime best bet release. Just like my winner last night on the Broncos, just like Sundays on the Patriots, just like Saturdays on LSU, just like Fridays on California. And I'll tell you what, it's a damn good thing LSU and the Patriots and the Broncos were a hell of a lot easier than California. I mean, I'm glad I won with the Golden Bears on Friday night, but if the next 3 winners gave me agita like that one did, if you're Italian, you know exactly what I'm talking about with agita. I don't know if I could deal with those type of wins too often. But hey, 4 straight wins, and I'll take it. And I'm coming out with another one tonight. It's on Utah and Portland. No, it's not the game between Cleveland and New York. Yeah, that's going to have all the media spotlight because the Cavaliers are having the ring ceremony. And it's not going to be the one that's the sexy game tonight that everybody's interested in, with the Spurs minus Tim Duncan taking on the Golden State Warriors, who added that guy. Oh, what was his name? Durant. Yeah, Durant. They added that guy to their roster. No, to me, Portland, Utah, that's the game to bet on tonight. So it's a top-rated 15-dime play, and I'm 76-54 with those plays, dating back to the 2009 season, with my last one being those Cavaliers when I took them as a $1.90 underdog in the finals last year. And man, as much as I hate LeBron James and the Cavaliers, they made me a lot of money. And guys, you can get it for over half price off, save $55 in fact, simply by using coupon code HOOPS. HOOPS. All the other discounts, promos, etc. can be found over on the homepage. Props going out to Chuck O'Brien. Last night, his first 100-dime play in football, in the NFL, I should say, since he came back to the site last November. Easy winner on Denver. Props also going out to Brad Wilton, who cashed in with his 150-dime winner, number 24 out of 33 and 4 out of 5 in the NFL this season, as he was on the Broncos as well. And listen, I just have to say, shame on you, Anthony Red, because you were on the wrong side and you had the Texans. Because I know somebody on the YouTube channel instant message through the YouTube channel last night. And by the way, guys, if you're watching these videos, you can see here underneath this daily video report on the homepage, I uploaded the NFL Rear View Mirror Show to go along with the college football Rear View Mirror Show. If you'd like to be informed and get a message through the YouTube channel of when the videos are made available, just scroll down. It'll bring you to the YouTube channel, and you can subscribe there, and you'll get a little message when they're available through Google or through your YouTube channel. But you can also take advantage of that. And if you ever want to ask a question, I can't promise I can answer promptly. I'm not always online. It just seems like I'm online 18 hours a day, according to my wife. It's really only 16, honey. But somebody had written in, wanted to know if Chuck, myself, and Brad were all on the same side, which I eventually did put on the website that we were. And I mentioned that we were, and we better win last night, because if not, Anthony Red absolutely would be texting all of us and telling us what SOBs and dummies we were for having Denver. But he was on the wrong side last night, so let me just say, hey, Red, well, I can't really say that because this is a PG-rated program, so I won't mention anything about, well, I won't even go there. But anyway, let's talk about the NBA tonight. Let's talk about the game between the Knicks and the Cavaliers. You go back 2 years ago. Remember when LeBron made his triumphant return to Cleveland? They were hosting a far worse Knicks team that night, and the Knicks won that game outright. I like the Knicks plus the 9.5 points in this game here tonight. Ring ceremonies, delay the start of the game. Everybody gets wrapped up into it. There's just something about it. Teams sometimes come out lethargic there. The celebration takes its toll a little bit. Knicks, a lot of enthusiasm. Listen, I don't know what you're going to get at Derrick Rose here at the outset, But I think, a guy that practiced only 3 times during the preseason, missed the final 5 preseason games, but he's a veteran. I'm sure he's going to be pumped up to make his Knicks debut. Knicks are 1-6 straight up in the last 7 meetings, but they've covered 5 of those. You got Joakim Noah, you got Carmelo, Porzingis. This is a Knicks team that's going to be formidable, and I just think 9.5 points. That's a good number of points to grab on opening night. So I'm going to take the Knicks here, plus the points in this game. Golden State, San Antonio, I don't know what to make of it. I mean, the Warriors are a damn good team to begin with. And a team that's 45-23 against the spread as a single-digit favorite in regular season play the past 2 years. So they certainly covered almost at a 66% clip, laying single digits in regular season action. But now you add Durant. And to me, when I see these super teams constructed, it's like playing fantasy league action or rotisserie league from the 80s. You put all these guys together, but sometimes it takes a while to develop and mesh and have the chemistry because there's only one ball, okay? There's only one ball. Now, Tim Duncan gets replaced. Okay, Tim Duncan wasn't really that much of a factor in the last part of the season for the Spurs last year. They went and they got Gasol, who was still a formidable player and a very productive one for the Bulls the past 2 years. So you add him, you put him in the mix with Leonard and Aldridge along that front line. You add David Lee, who can give you something off the bench instead of David West, who ironically goes over to the Warriors because they had to get something and someone to replace Andrew Bogut, who had to be a victim of the salary cap. So, you've got some talent there. And Golden State isn't just going to cover that 9-point spread just by showing up. So I lean a little towards San Antonio, but I think of the 2 9-point dogs here, I'd rather take the 9.5 and go with the Knicks. Now, Cubs open up the World Series tonight. Yeah, listen, I would definitely go ahead and play the Cubs minus $1.90 in the series. The wonderful thing about series like this one, you've got a potential 7 games. You are afforded plenty of opportunities to bail out. So I would go ahead and take the Cubs in this series because they have such a tremendous pitching advantage. You could have John Lester going 3 times in the series. You could have Kyle Hendricks pitching at least twice. I think Jake Arrieta might be the weak link. You got John Lackey with all his postseason experience available a couple of times. You have a Cubs team that certainly gained confidence. Remember, people were saying, hey, the Cubs are struggling after being shut out in games 2 and 3. Then they scored, 23 runs and taking the final 3 games against the Dodgers? Did they have a lot of problems beating up Clayton Kershaw in game number 6 of the NLCS? No, not really. So I like the Cubs in the series. I would go ahead and lay the $1.80, $1.90. I have no problem with that, taking the Cubbies in the series to go along with Knicks as your complimentary play here for tonight. That'll do it, guys. I wish you well, and I'll talk to you again tomorrow when we do this one more time.